Hi, my name is Eric.
I'm Emily.
And I'm Mike. In the video series iDriveSmart, we play Adam, Liz, and Doug, three high school students that attend a fictitious high school called iDriveSmart Academy.
We cover everything from seatbelt safety and speeding to the dangers of driving while distracted or without enough experience. And we try to have some fun while delivering a very serious message.
In this video, we're talking to you, the parent. Did you know that 89% of teens say their parents are the most influential people in encouraging them to drive safely? And that only 59% of parents know that motor vehicle crashes are the #1 killer of teens?
Teens like us look to our parents for guidance in every part of our lives, and driving is no exception.
You're about to hear a story about a father who lost a daughter in an automobile crash, and his message is clear. Stay involved and stay strong.
Even when your child tries to convince you they're ready for something that you know they aren't ready for.
Megan was always my little girl. She had strawberry blonde hair with freckles, and she was a young lady that everybody used to just love just because she was funny and silly and she was very, very, very smart. She was an excellent student. She used to love to play soccer and love to dance. You know, there wasn't anything she wouldn't do for anybody. And, you know, she's just very, very bubbly, happy kind of girl. You know, like many teenagers, before Megan was 16, of course, she couldn't wait to drive. And I think generally most teens are like that. I know I was when I was a teenager. And so, you know, on her 16th birthday, her mom took her down to the DMV, and Megan, of course, you know, she took her written test there for her permit, and of course, you know, Megan being a real smart girl, she, of course, passed it. Her birthday was in September 22nd, and one of the points that I like to make is she was signed up to take her road test by early December. So she only had her driver's permit for really less than 3 months. It was about 2.5 months. I can even remember saying to her, I said, geez, Megs, you know, holy cow, you know, you've only had your permit for, you know, just a couple months, a couple weeks it seems like. You know, you sure you're ready? You know, here it is December, winter's coming. You know, you sure you want to do that? And she was ready to do it. We took her down, and she took her road test, and she passed it, of course, you know. And I know I was really nervous about that. Really nervous. It was just like any other day of the week. It was a Friday, and my pager went off, and I went to the phone and I called our switchboard operator of the facility I work at. And the operator explained to me that there was a police officer on the phone that needed to speak to me. And he explained to me, excuse me, at that time that Megan had been into a pretty bad car crash, and that I need to go to the hospital as soon as I could get there. The doctors sat me down, and they just didn't pull any punches. They sat me down and told me right away that you know, Megan had a severe brain injury, and that her brain stem was completely severed, and there was no chance of her surviving. There was absolutely no drugs or no alcohol whatsoever involved in this story. Megan just wasn't a drinker, and she absolutely did not do any drugs. And this was just simply a driving distraction crash. Something had distracted her attention. Something took her attention off the road, her focus, for just that split second, long enough for this to happen. Megan must have realized, you know, what she had done, and You know, her being an inexperienced driver and probably the adrenaline that she must have had at the time had caused her to basically overcorrect herself. And then Megan's car went down the embankment on the other side of the road. And of course, unfortunately, ran into a very large tree. Megan got her license too soon. She didn't have her driver's permit long enough. That's my feeling. If I could do one thing differently, I would have had Megan wait maybe till summertime, another 6 months maybe, to have her road test so she could get her license, so she could spend more supervised time with an adult. If I had one thing that I could do differently, that would be the one thing that I would do. I would probably drive a lot more with her, maybe had a few more rules. You know, it's just so hard, you know, to say. I would have made sure she was confident in her driving ability. I would have said absolutely no friends whatsoever instead of just one friend. You know, there's a whole list of things, you know, that you could do differently. My message to parents is, you know, review and know what the rules are and know what the laws are, you know, and make sure that you stick to them rules. It really is very easy as a parent to bend the rules a little bit, you know, let your teen persuade you to give in a little bit, you know, and I'm guilty of that. You know, I'm an old softy. You know, you don't want to upset your children, or, you know, you want them to be able to grow up a little bit. And, you know, Megan was a very mature person, and, you know, you want to show them that you trust them, you know. But it's not even a maturity or trust issue at all. You know, it's an issue of safety. This wasn't supposed to happen, not to my daughter, you know. This isn't supposed to happen to anybody's daughter, especially under these circumstances. I think about Megan every single day.
Megan's tragic story is unfortunately all too common.
And that's a crash caused by distraction, inexperience, and possibly speeding, but didn't involve drugs or alcohol. In fact, 71% of teens are less likely to drive intoxicated when their parents are involved in their driving.
As a parent, you set the rules. And as difficult as we can be, it is so important that you stick to them. 50% of teens are less likely to be in a crash if their parents set the rules and monitor their activities. It's true.
Think of your son or daughter, and then think of Megan. We may not always ask for it, but we're always looking for guidance.
For more information on how you can be involved in your teen's driving, visit the website on your screen. Thank you.